The Galactic Council was an ancient institution made up of representatives from thousands of star systems. They had overseen interstellar relations, peace, and war for millennia. Throughout their long history, they had encountered many species, some peaceful, others warlike, but none had ever been quite like the humans. When Earth first applied for council membership, the initial reaction was one of cautious optimism. But that quickly turned to fear. The humans were different, unpredictable, resilient, dangerous. Their home planet, a terrifying death world by all galactic standards, shaped them into beings of extreme survival instincts. They could withstand toxic atmospheres, heal from wounds that would be fatal to others, and their planet's diverse ecosystems had made them adept at both war and peace. Most notably, humans had the rare and alarming trait of adaptability. This wasn't just about surviving harsh environments. It was about thriving in them, about finding opportunity where other species saw only doom. The Council issued a warning to all member species. Exercise extreme caution when interacting with humans. Avoid provocation at all costs. But, as is often the case in the vastness of space, arrogance and overconfidence led some to dismiss the Council's warnings. The arrivals of the Azuric Dominion. The Azuric Dominion was one such empire that didn't heed the warning. Proud, powerful, and unchallenged in their corner of the galaxy for centuries, the Azurics saw themselves as unbeatable. To them, humans were primitive, unrefined, and unworthy of their respect. The Azuric Emperor scoffed at the Council's concerns, claiming that any species that came from such a lowly world could not possibly pose a threat to his mighty legions. The first encounter between the Azuric and the humans came when a human merchant vessel unknowingly drifted into their territory. Instead of handling the incident diplomatically, the Azuric seized the ship and executed its crew as an example to others. The humans demanded justice. The Azuric laughed. The Council intervened, advising restraint and negotiation. But the Dominion's arrogance was too great. "We do not bow to creatures from a death world," the Azuric declared. The war begins. What followed was a rapid escalation. Humanity, with its fledgling interstellar fleet, declared war. The Azuric were unafraid. After all, they had faced countless enemies before and crushed them all. The first skirmishes were brutal. The Azuric forces, superior in both technology and numbers, quickly gained the upper hand. Their ships were faster, their weapons more advanced, and their soldiers better trained. For a brief moment, it seemed as though the Galactic Council's warning had been unfounded. But then, things began to change. The humans, though beaten in the early battles, adapted. They analyzed the Azuric tactics, exploited their weaknesses, and within weeks, they were fighting back with a level of ingenuity that shocked even the seasoned warriors of the Dominion. Human ships, originally outclassed, were modified on the fly, using unorthodox strategies that defied Azuric expectations. The humans didn't just fight, they evolved. The tide turned at the Battle of Valkyr Prime, a once-invincible Azuric stronghold. The human forces launched an assault that seemed reckless. They employed diversionary tactics, guerrilla-style warfare in space, and unpredictable maneuvers that confused the Azuric commanders. By the time the battle ended, Valkyr Prime lay in ruins, and the once unstoppable Azuric legions had been forced into retreat. Adaptation and destruction. The Azuric soon realized that their biggest mistake wasn't underestimating human technology, it was underestimating the human spirit. For every victory the Azuric claimed, the humans grew stronger, learned faster, and fought harder. Every loss was a lesson, every defeat a blueprint for victory. The humans did not break. They did not falter. They adapted. The Galactic Council watched in awe as the humans, who they had initially viewed with suspicion, began to turn the tide of the war. It was not long before other species, seeing the writing on the wall, began to ally with the humans. Even ancient enemies of the Council saw the potential in joining forces with a species so determined to survive. Within a year, the once proud Azuric Dominion was a shadow of its former self. Their empire, which had spanned dozens of star systems, was now a collection of burning worlds and scattered fleets. The final blow came when the humans launched a direct assault on the Azaric homeworld itself, forcing the Emperor to surrender. Galactic reverence. After the war, the Galactic Council formally acknowledged what they had always feared. Humanity was a force unlike any other in the galaxy. They were not to be underestimated, not because of their technology, but because of their unyielding will to survive and adapt. The Council's warning was no longer a cautionary note. It was a fact. Do not provoke the humans, for they are the most dangerous species the galaxy has ever known. And the Azaric? Their empire lay in ruins, their emperor deposed, and their people scattered. They became a living reminder of what happened to those who did not heed the Galactic Council's warning about the humans.